I just wanted to make a quick video. Yeah, I feel as though I learned something yesterday and I just wanted to share it with you. So if you've been following my work for a while now and you're familiar with the style that I tend to delve towards, you will notice that it's more realistic, more realism. I will show you an example of my usual kind of work, which is this. This is a portrait that I created in charcoal of L.S. Lowry. Absolutely love Lowry, one of my favourite artists. Yeah, and I was really proud of this when I made it. I still am today. But I started to think a little bit more about it and I thought that sort of style I really, really love, and I will always draw like this. I will always create in that kind of style. But it's sometimes nice to just delve out of your comfort zone a little bit. And yesterday I had the urge to create something that was totally not what I would usually create. I wanted to use bold colours. I wanted to create something that wasn't realistic, like at all, in the style, in the colours I used. So I created something completely different, which is this piece here, very abstract in nature, very colourful. And what this is actually a place I used to visit when I was a child, and I wanted to capture it in a kind of abstract, unrealistic way, using unnatural colours. Yeah, I wanted it to be more about the colour and the feeling of the piece. I think with artwork it's so easy to get caught up in the fact it has to look so real, it has to look real, it has to look real for it to be classed as a good piece of art, let's say. Now, I myself have also felt that way for some time, but you know what? It's not about how it looks. It's not what you want the person to see. It's what you want that person to feel. So, for instance, you know, if they've seen this piece and the colours made them feel happy, it triggered a little childhood memory. Maybe somebody's visited the same place I did when I was a child. I think it's just all about capturing something within your mind, the way you feel that day. It's not about what other people think of the work. I mean, when I created this, I did think, oh, I don't know if I should post that. People might think it looks very different to what I usually do. They might not like it. But I posted it anyway because I like it, because I wanted to use them colours. I wanted to create this piece in that style. It didn't accidentally look like that. I meant it to look that way. And I think it's just so easy sometimes to get caught up in what other people think about your work that it can stop you from creating and expressing yourself in the way that you would like to. So yeah, the whole point of this video really is just to say, like, just create for you, like nobody else, nobody but yourself. Because for me, when I paint these sort of things, you know, this moment in time, I was reading a lot about Lowry. I was wanting to learn more about his work, about him as a person, and he's a prime example of this. You know, like when Lowry was creating his pieces of work, a lot of people ridiculed him. They called him names, said his work looked like a child had done it. He had art critics, saying some of the most unkind things about his work. And he didn't change the way he painted. He carried on doing what he did because that's what was true to him. He wanted to create that way. He wasn't going to let anybody else stop him from creating that way. And he carried on, and now his work's worth millions. And it just shows you, never, stop what you're doing to impress or please other people. Always do what is true to yourself. And for me, these, the more detailed pieces, they really involve a lot of concentration. I'll wait till everyone's out the house and I've got the house to myself, and then I'll sit for hours, and that really needs hyper focus to create in such detail. Now, with it being the 6 weeks holidays and the kids are off school, it is kind of very refreshing to create something like this. It really is. Something more free. I'm not thinking about it. I didn't plan the way I was going to do it. I just created it and seen where it landed. And for me, that piece was meant to be as it is, because that's what happened when I put the paint to the canvas. And that's the whole fun element of creating art. It's not knowing how it's going to look until you're done. And for me, I'm proud of that piece, the abstract piece, as much as I'm proud of the Lowry piece, because just moving my camera because the shadows on my face, the light coming through the window. Yeah, I'm just as proud as them two pieces together, because in that moment that's what I wanted to create. And so today I've got a blank canvas and I plan on doing more of the colourful abstract pieces because I enjoyed doing them and because I like the way they look. So I'm going to do another 2 of them, and I'm going to create a very small, just a mini series of abstract colourful pieces, which are going to have like memories and like memories from my childhood, that sort of element to it. I mean, so really it's just so important to stay true to yourself, paint what you want to paint, because it's all about having fun. We don't paint to, you know, stress ourselves out and feel bad. We do it to relax ourselves, we do it to forget about life sometimes, we do it to have fun. You know, it's just about taking your mind away from everyday stresses and reality. And sometimes it is really refreshing to just paint so loosely and use the most, you know, bold, striking colours and just see what happens, because what's the worst that could go wrong? Nothing, because art can't go wrong. It really can't. Yeah, I mean, to me, I just feel like there should never be art critics, because what is beautiful to one person is absolutely hideous to another, and what is hideous to one person is absolutely strikingly beautiful to another person. So, as the saying goes, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that is so, so true. So yeah, carry on creating, create what you want to create, and never ever paint for anybody but yourself.